friends, happy Monday. How are you? I thought I would take a break and stop in and say hey and see how your weekend went. So I got a big tall glass of Crystal Light pink lemonade that I need to drink. Oh my goodness. It's another scorcher. It has been all weekend. Oh, but they said that today in Michigan, it's probably going to be the hottest day in 12 years. I know that it is like 91 degrees out. We're supposed to get up to 93. It's already heat index of 101. So thankful for air. So thankful. I know that we would survive the best we could without it, but I am so thankful for that. So, got my bread going, and you would have seen that at the beginning before this chat, and been knitting this morning on that sweater. I think I'm like 3 inches on the bottom ribbing. I got to go to 5 inches, so I just been knitting on that. But Sunday was a good day. Sunday was my birthday, and yeah, Jerry keeps reminding me 68 years old, and I said, yeah, but you've been that age for a year. We share the same age from June until his birthday, September. And so, but it was a hot one yesterday, but it was a good day. Jerry had gotten a birthday card for me, and I always think his gift, you know, he can pick a heartfelt card or whatever card that needs to be picked. He has just got the knack for it. So I had a card, and he had went, and Saturday he had picked up, he said 2 T-bone steaks from our local butcher, and the ribeye was more expensive than the T-bone. And he said when he got the T-bones home, he realized that we could share one and have another one another day. And yeah, we could. The thing was huge. So yesterday, I got up and had my breakfast and devotions and church online. And then mid-afternoon, he started lunch. And of course, he was going to grill. And it's like, you know, hotter than blue blazes outside. And so what he did was, he always does potatoes with whatever with whatever meat that we are cooking usually. And he will take a foil packet, like a aluminum foil, and he will cut up a couple of potatoes, and he will he'll peel them first, and then he will chop them up into like a 1/2 inch cube, something like that, almost not quite an inch. And then he will just put a dollop of butter and salt and pepper on it, and then he just folds that foil right up, and he sets it up. We have a 2-layer grill, and he sets it up on the grill part, the higher one, and then he lets that cook for almost an hour. You're going to hear the air kicking on because I'm by the furnace and stuff. So, and then he got the T-bone steak out, and I'm telling you, it was the size of a dinner plate. He brought it out. I mean, it was like this thick, and it was like, I'm thinking, and you thought we could eat 2 of these, that we each could have 1? Oh my goodness, maybe in our younger days. But anyways, so he took that out there, and of course he knows where the grill should be set. Is a gas grill or propane gas grill, and it has a temperature gauge on it. And when he first went out to check on the potatoes, he came back in and he goes, well, he goes, it said it was 500 degrees. Oh, that's how hot it was out there. So it really got that, you know, grill hot. So you had to turn the heat down a little to compensate. So it's like he said he could have probably not turned the gas on and cooked the potatoes on it just from the heat. So, but he went out and he did the steak. And so we didn't have a vegetable with it. We split the steak and then the potatoes, and then I think there was a little potato salad left, and I had like a spoonful, and I gave him the majority of it. And so we had that, and there was nothing for supper because we both were full still. So it was a good day. You know, we just, you know, I just don't have, my siblings and stuff normally don't reach out to me. I usually reach out to them, and this year, and my mom doesn't too much either. That's just how it's been. But this year, my mom wished me, not in a private message, she posted on Facebook, which was fine. And then my brother, my oldest brother, he sent me a private message, and my baby sister, she sent me a voicemail, and she actually sang to me. The only person who ever sings to me every year is Miss Sandy. So and Miss Sandy sung to me too. So it was just a good day. And Jerry, of course, I heard from our kids. We have a family chat, and their spouses and the kids each wish me happy birthday. But you know, and then Jerry had bought that box of cake mix. It was a white cake mix, and then the frosting is white and had a little confetti on top, the sprinkles. And we're still eating it. I'm happy to say that that piece you saw in yesterday's was the only piece I had yesterday. And then for lunch today, I have a fork out there, and he's been eating at it, but I've had like 2-3 little bites. That's it, just enough to get the taste. But I'm counting it all, and like somebody said, happy birthday week, so I'm going to enjoy it. So yeah, Jerry made it very special for me, and I am so appreciative that the good Lord above gave me him, because he knows what my life growing up was like, and he knows the situations of different things, and he truly is my best friend, and he truly is the man that saved me from, just saved me, let's just say that. And so it was just a really nice blessing. My dad, both my dads are in heaven, and I know that they were looking down on me. But yeah, so today I don't have too much planned because it's so hot. We didn't water the garden this morning. We watered yesterday, and tomorrow we will water, because it will definitely need it tomorrow. And then we're supposed to be getting rain. I hope that the weathermen are correct, because it looks like rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not all day, but enough to wet things down. But the heat advisory, they say, should be done for us by 8 p.m. tonight, but we'll see. It's still going to be hot. It's just not going to be in the 90s with a heat index of 100. It's just going to be in the high 80s. So, but yeah, I hope that you're doing well, my friend. I hope that you had a great weekend. Miss Laney, it was nice seeing you. I know that life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't, with our recordings. So it was nice for all the private messages that I got, and I thanked everybody, and I'm still getting them today. And you know, we're not always on Facebook to wish everybody happy birthday. Heck, sometimes I'm only on in the mornings just to say good morning with my coffee mug, and then I'll hop back on sometime in the day, and it might be 2 or 3 days before I remember, oh, birthdays, and I'll go back and I'll catch up on everybody's birthdays. So, but today is my brother's birthday. My brother underneath me, there is 4 of us. I'm the oldest, and then my brother, and then we have another brother, and then my sister. And we are all 2 years apart. 3 of us were born in June, 1 was born July. So, and the one brother, nobody hardly ever sees or hear from. He's just kind of like a what I call a hermit. He lives at home with his son, and he works and stuff. He just goes to work. He does his own thing. He's always been that way. So, and he's getting to the point, he used to be, you could go out and see him. And now he just, if he doesn't want to see anybody, he just doesn't answer the phone, the door, nothing. The only one I really feel bad for is my mom. I can't tell you the last time that I saw him, let alone her. I'm talking probably 4 years, something like that. My sister works with him, and she has to go out of her way at the shop to go see him, just to check on him, to keep everybody informed. So the 2 boys used to be super close, but like I said, now, you know, the older that he's gotten, the less that he is. So, but yeah, so Jerry's out putzing in his in what we call the breezeway, aka his woodworking area. And I had stopped to punch down the bread and get it into the loaf pan for its second rising, and then it will go into the oven. Then our bread will be done for the week. But I don't plan on doing a darn thing but that. I'm just going to go out and knit. Last night I did work on my English paper piecing project, started sewing a little, but other than that, it's just been a good all-around weekend, a day, trying to keep my head out of the news and stuff and not getting scared. You know, so I made a deal with Jerry last night as he came up to give me a hug and a kiss, and I said, okay, I said, so with everything that just has gone down over the weekend, the deal is that I'm not going to worry about it or try not to worry about it. You're going to be the one who's going to be the informed person, because he already is. And he says, deal. I said, you'll be my protector as you always have been, but yeah, but I try not to talk about it too much here, because everybody needs an escape someplace. And even if you try not to watch it or see it, there's always somebody who posts something, and then it catches your eye. So, but oh, I did order myself something for my birthday. I did. You know, that shawl that's coming up, that starts the knit miss, you know, knit along in July. Starts July 1st. The pattern comes out, I think, June 30th. And I have been looking at my stash, and nothing's been calling out to me that I really, really liked. So I went on to Etsy on Monica from Up North Yarns, who is up in the UP. And I love her yarn anyways, and I have bought in the past several of hers, and I still have some. So I was looking because she sent out an email and a newsletter. She doesn't have them that often, but when she does, they're well informed and packed. And she had a code and stuff in there that if you spent so much money, you'd get so much off, and it was free shipping and this and that. So I just went and looked, and I fell in love with a skein of yarn. And it's not my colors. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But I had to get 2 of them because they're only 100 grams. I needed 150. But they were on sale. And free shipping. And a coupon code. And then what I did was I needed 3 minis, and she does minis. Her minis are like $7.50. Sometimes they're on sale, and so they're a lot cheaper. They're like 20 grams, and I'm pretty sure I needed 3 colors that were 20 grams each. And if I'm wrong on that, I'll just reorder those 3 colors. Well, I reached out to her because these colors are vibrant. They to me, they just say tropical sunset stuff, you know. And so I just asked her, not expecting her to answer me on the weekend and on a Sunday. I just said, I told her what I was looking at and what I was looking for, and what I was going to be part of, because she is part of that group and everything. And I said, what would your suggestions be for 3 colors? Because she can see the colors more than, I mean, I can see colors, but you know, sometimes computers can give a different color, and when you get it, you're like, ooh, that's not what I thought I was getting. So I thought I would hear back from her today or tomorrow, you know. Well, heck, 2 hours later, she responded to me, and she told me 3 colors that she would pick, and that would make it gorgeous. It would be, I can't think of the word right now. It'll come to me. But if I wanted something that was contrasting, then she suggested 1 color, and then there's all these other colors that I could check. Well, when she first was telling me how these 3 colors would first go with the skeins I picked, she goes, it would look gorgeous. Well, if Monica says it's going to look gorgeous, then I'm going to get those. So yesterday, I got that. Yeah. I was naughty, I guess. It was like $80 for 2 skeins and 3 minis, and I told Jerry. He just smiled, and then he proceeded to tell me how much the T-bone steaks cost, and I went, well, that was a big happy birthday to me. T-bone steaks for 2. Comment below what you think it was. Comment below. I was shocked. Yeah. But if you don't want to comment below, it was 60 bucks. 30 bucks for one. If he would have told me that first, I wouldn't have spent the $80, you know, but, you know. But I get paid Wednesday, and I told him, I said, you know, take it out of my money I get from Social Security, because that's what I was planning on doing. But yeah, I haven't bought yarn like that in a long time. So I think supper tonight is going to be pork chops, and then I think the next day we will grill the last T-bone steak, because that's too expensive to let go bad. And I think Tuesday he's talking about possibly going to an auction, but not for sure, but definitely on Friday. And so, yeah, But anywho, I'm going to let you guys go. And thanks again for all the birthday wishes. I really, really appreciate it. Sometimes you don't realize how much just one person saying happy birthday to you can do for your day, especially if you don't have family, you know, that will sit there and make you feel a little bit special, you know, like your immediate family, not your kids and your husband, but, you know, if you still have siblings and stuff. I always figure that, you know, we were raised together. We should still acknowledge each other, and the parents should still do the same thing, but that's not always the case. So I hope that if you have had a birthday already, that it was a good one. And if you need someone to sing to you, I can sing to you. You might not like it, but Miss Sandy at Life with Sandy, you just need to tell her when your anniversary date is, if there is one, and your spouse's name and how many years, and then when your birthday is. And she'll mark it down in her trusty calendar, and she will sing to you. So, but I can sing to you too. But anywho, thanks again, my friends. I'm going to get out there, and I'm just going to put my feet back up, and I'm going to knit a little bit more, watch a little bit more of YouTube TV as the bread is rising, and just enjoy the rest of this day. So again, my friends, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening, and till we can chat again.